الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Again, I am happy to have this opportunity to sit with you. This is mejelle. Mejelle Ahkam Adliya, and we left at 310 as I remember. So we will continue from 310. Yes, this is khiyar, this is 310. Khiyar, choice, wasf, description, khiyar, wasf, choice of description, like you described white horse, but this brown horse or something. The adjectives, qualities, wasf, صفة, وصف وصف يصف يوصف ولا تصفوا ألسنتكم الكذب هذا حلال وهذا حرام. Yes. Now the article 310 bayi'in bir vasf-ı mergûb ile muttasıf olmak üzere sanmış olduğu mal o vasıftan ari çıksa müşteri muhayyer olur. Dilerse bey'i fesheder ve dilerse mecmu'u semeni musemma ile mebi'i kabul eder. Buna hıyarı vasf dirler. Yes. Broken bayet bir vasf-ı mergûb. Mergûb, keyword here, mergûb. Mergûb, ragaba, mergûb. Mergûb, desired, favored by the people love to have. Targhib, make something desirable, promotion, encourage someone to do something. Targhib, opposite, fear, rahaba, making someone fear, something feared. So, another word here, muttasif. Muttasif, this comes from wasafa, to describe, to qualify, wasafa. Iwtasafa, then waw turns to ta, ittasafa. Muttasif is ismul fa'il. متصف is اسم الفاعل. So اتصف باب الافعال. اتصف اتصف يتصف يتصف اتصف اتصاف متصف متصف which has wasf, qualification, qualified. Also another word here, I will write here, ari, keyword, ari, uryan, naked. Ari, no dress, without that, without dress, ari, uryan, ari. Uryan. Uryan. There is a hadith about the word uryan. There is a hadith. Sayati zaman ala ummati. Sometime will come on my ummah. There will be ladies, kasiyatun, with dress, ariyatun, but ari, with no dress. I mean, dress, but it does not cover. Exactly that is the time for some countries or some places. We must be fair. So, ari, I mean about ari. Now, broken translation of the word by word, little ones. First, bayin bir wasfi merhu. First, this is fasl sani. This is khiyar wasf. This beginning like that. Fasl chapter sani, second. Fasl sani, second fasl. We are in second chapter. I mean, second sub-chapter. Okay? Fasl. The part. Second part. So, 310 bayan bir vasfi merhub ile muttasif olmak üzere satmış olduğu mal, the seller sold something which has certain desired favorable qualification, like horses, like racehorse, winner, something like, if it is horse, or goat, like that, the sheep or cow, like that. Seller sold something which has a qualification, adjective, which is favorable, nice, good. Okay? He sold. Buyer and mushtari, seller and buyer, agreed on something which buyer gave the impression to other side that this thing has favorable qualification, quality, favorable, nice, desirable quality of that soul. All vasıftan ari çıksa. But after selling that thing, sold material, it was found out that it is ari from that qualification. Ari, naked, has no ari. So what will happen? Question, okay? Every day Muslims do this transaction, Islam in action, Islam daily life. You, everyone, Islam is way of life. Yeah, mashallah, come here. What Islam? Which Islam you are talking about? Tell me. Do you know anything about mejelle? Any article in mejelle? Every day you are buying, you are selling. Do you know anything? No. How do you say it's a way of life? Do you know anything? Work, employment, information about Islam? About rules? You don't know. Where is way of Islam? Way of life. Okay. Mushtari mukhayyardır. In this case, Mushtari has khiyar, choice, selection, khiyar. Dilerse beyi fesheder. If he wants, he can cancel the sale contract. Sale contract took place, sir. Cancellation of the existing full contract. Ve dilerse, if he wants, second choice, مجموع ثمن مسمى إلى مبيع قبول ذات. He can accept that sold material as his own with full ثمن مسمى, price named. مسمى تسمية. Bismillah. Name. In the name of Allah. Buna khiyar-ı vasf dirler. This is called khiyar-ı vasf in fiqh. You have choice of wasf description. So description was not met. For example, a cow has been sold. It was milk giver cow, milkable, but after delivery, discovered that the cow is no more giving any milk, because the guy bought this one for milk. So that milking qualification is marhoob, wasf marhoob. Yes, Bismillah. Section 2, English, is about the option for misrepresentation. 310. When the seller has sold a property as possessed of some good quality, if that property turns out to be without that quality, the buyer has an option. If he wishes, the sale is annulled. He can annul the sale. I mean, he will annul. This translation is not correct. Sale is not annulled by itself. The original text, he will annul, because sale is existing. Translation is wrong. Needs to be corrected. If he wishes, he accepts the thing sold for the whole price named. This is called option on account of description. Khiyar wasf. Option on account of description. I will read English once more. When the seller has sold a property as possessed of some good quality, if that property turns out to be without that quality, the buyer has an option. Two options, but if he wishes, the sale is annulled, he has right to annul the sale, and if he wishes, he accepts the thing sold for the whole price named. This is called option on account of description. Yes. Okay. Bismillah. 311. Okay? Very interesting. خيار وصف وارث انتقال إدار. Yes. Keywords. خيار وصف, you know. وارث, inheritor. وارث اسم الفاعل. وارث inheritor. ورث inherited. وورث سليمان داوود. ميراث ورث وراثة. Okay? وارث. انتقال, another word here. انتقال. انتقال. نقل. نقل. To transfer, to transport. نقل. انتقل. باب الافتعال. اجتمع. جمع اجتمع. انتقل وانتقل ينتقل ينتقل. انتقل. انتقال. مصدر. انتقال, to be transferred. Infinitive. Transported. Transfer. Transferring or transporting. Okay, now, very short. خيار وصف وارث انتقال إدار. خيار وصف is transferred to وارث. Very interesting. So, inheritors have that right. Transferred to them the right originally belonged to deceased, the one who died. They are inheriting of. So, two persons, cow, milking, agreed. After agreement, this guy got the cow, took his yard, then he died. Then inheritors came into picture. Then they knew that this cow bought for milk. Do they have right to cancel that transaction? Yes, because this right of deceased is transferable. خيار وصف is transferable. I think Hamim will be lawyer, inshallah. In law, there are rights transferable, rights personal, non-transferable. You listen. These ones, when that subject comes in law school, when you tell to your or react, professor will be confused. How do you know? Yeah. You tell them there is somebody in that village, Islamic village, not existing yet. We are dreaming of. There is somebody by the name Yusuf, born in Turkish village. He told us. Then usul al-fiqh. This kalima is mutlaq, this kalima is muqayyad. I never heard anything like that. Usul al-fiqh is not taught in American law schools. Without usul al-fiqh, how a lawyer becomes lawyer? Never. This is big deficient in in law schools in Europe, in America, not having debts, usul al-fiqh, similar and independent science. It is scattered here and there. So, for example, is marriage, right to marry, transferable? In Islam, you can tell to your father, so your father can let you marry on your behalf to someone you agreed without you in the picture. You can delegate, deputy, because right is transferable in Islam. But I don't think in Western laws this is too much transferable. This is a big subject in many countries. Hundreds of people, Turkish people, are working in Europe, in France. They have their own relatives back home. Girl grows, boy is there. So they want this legalized marriage by deputy, delegation. But for that, according to Turkish law, right of marriage must be transferable. It is not transferable. Modern Turkish law does not follow Islam, as you know. Islam is, you cannot mention Islam, you cannot promote Islam, you cannot, it is big criminal crime to base on religion, on Islam, in any transaction. Yes. Preachers, teachers in the mosques, akhlaq, ethics, moral, worship, namaz, salah, no transaction. No transaction. You cannot teach, you cannot preach. And in between, some people go in the villages, at the top of the villages, so nobody can test them. This is a different subject, but legal way. So, not transferable. This is giving a lot of problems because people cannot get enough time, like off to come and then go, then wedding time come, and then other times come, and I mean, people are limited in rest. They don't have that much money or things like that. So Turkish, I mean, the ones who are in that, they want this law be changed. I was part of it before in a discussion. Like Justice Department, lawyers, they are saying we need to accommodate these people. These are our citizens working over there. There must be the... No. Because that has been established earlier. You cannot change. So, khiyar was varisa intiqali dar. Khiyar was option for wasf is transferable to the inheritors. Okay. 311. The option on account of description passes to the heirs. Okay. I mean, if that is good enough, I will accept that one. Okay. 312.
Ma'am, what's the difference between the power of attorney? Giving them power of attorney that's intransferable?
Yeah. Power of attorney, you can give power of attorney for only according to law, transferable rights, only for transferable rights. For others, you cannot. That is a piece of paper. When it goes to judge, you have no right to transfer. Power of attorney, you can say, yeah, he will represent me in buying, in selling, in something, which is buying and selling right, is transferable. You can delegate someone power of attorney. But You cannot give power attorney according to Turkish law about marriage. You let me marry with someone so without me being there. This is the problem. People come here, they want to marry someone on phone, for example. Give me a letter or something like that. I don't give any letter. I say Islamically it's okay, but according to the law of the land, I don't think it is okay in America. Why I am saying I don't think? Because I don't know these details. Sometimes states have their own parliaments, own Congress, own Senate. So this state may not allow, other state may allow in case of like sickness or something, terminally ill something. So that's why I don't know. American law is so complex, a little complex. Why? So many 50 plus states, they have their own laws, what is this? Then federal law. Too complex. Layer and layer and layer and layer. Complex. Law must be one. If you are one country, one law. If you ask me. But in that case, you don't give freedom to the people. You force them. So now, because Texas has freedom, you like Texas, move to Texas, leave Texas, you love the law. You don't love this, another law or available. Go to Oklahoma, go to somewhere else. Choice is very important. Freedom is very important. But in Muslim countries, because choice they don't give, freedom is not there, so only same thing. Okay. Three, 1, 2, 312. Hıyar-ı vasf ile muhayyer olan müşteri mebiyede temellük levazımdan olan bir vecih ile tasarruf ederse hıyarı iptal etmiş olur. Very interesting. Okay. Temellükün levazım. Keywords. Temellük comes from melike, own, mulk, malikul mulk. Temelleke, tumullike, yetemelleku, yutemelleku, temellukun. Temellek, temellukun. Owning, possessing, temelluk. Levazim, the word levazim here, plural of lazim. Lazime. To stick to. Luzum. To stick to be necessary. Lazimun. Lawazim is jama of ismul fa'il. Lazimun, lazime, luzime, yalzamu, yuzamu, lazimun ismul fa'il. Lazimun, lazimani, lazimeni, lazimune, lazimine, luzamun, lazametun, lazimetun, lazimetani, lazimeteyni, lazimatun, lawazimu. That's jama mukassar muannas. Jama mukassar muannas. Levazim, needed one, part, main part, element. Okay, now, hıyar-ı vasf ile muhayyar olan müşteri, mebiyede temellükün levazımından olan bir veç ile tasarruf ederse, hıyarı iptal etmiş olur. Now question, is there a case, situation, where the buyer loses his right option of cancelling? Answer, yes, there is. Now, what is that? Hıyar-ı vasfıyla muhayyar olan müşteri. Müşteri who has option of hıyar-ı vasf, adjective, description. He has that option. Mebiyede temellükün levaziminden olan bir vecih ile tasarruf ederse. If he does tasarruf, disposing, transaction, in the mebiya, sold material, in a way it is a part of temelluk, part of ownership. If he does something which a person who owns, does, that is a part of, necessary part of, or main part of temelluk, yes, hıyarı iptal etmiş olur. He cancelled his option. If he sells, maybe another example, tasarruf, or he already took care of that horse in a race, like racing horse, then he won already, he did tasarruf, then did not raise anything. So if mushtari who has khiyar wasf, if he does something which is a main part, main element of the tamalluk, he cancels. That way he cancels his option of cancellation, because that tasarruf is a sign of acceptance. A little bit pushy, I will be kind of rushing. Another small chapter, khiyar naqid. This chapter, khiyar choice, naqd, cash, money. Fasılı, chapter salis, third. I teach Arabic. I teach tafsir. When I teach something, I teach other things. Anybody who attends my class, I think he learns Quran. Yes, I teach. That is best way, integration. Okay. 313. Khiyar-ı nakd. Buyer ve müşteri filan vakte kadar tediye-i semen olunmak ve olunamazsa beyinlerinde bey olmamak üzere pazarlık etseler sahih olur. Buna khiyar-ı nakd denir. Okay. Buyer ve müşteri. Broken translation. Let me go back to the English part of the 312. If a purchaser who has an option on account of description makes a disposition of the thing sold in a way which is an exercise of the rights of ownership over it, he has destroyed his option. He has annulled his option. This is one. Second, description makes a disposition of the thing sold in a way which is an exercise of the rights of ownership. In a way which is a main part of ownership, must be translation like that. So, just to make sure. Okay. 313. Broken translation. Buyer ve müşteri, buyer and seller and buyer. Falan vakta kadar tesiye-i semen olunmak. Up to that time, semen needs to be paid. They said. In 2 days' time, semen needs to be paid. I am selling, buying. In 3 days or certain time, needs to be paid. If not paid, and condition, if not paid, beyinlerinde bey olmamak üzere. There is no sale, no transaction if not paid. Pazarlık etc. If they agreed these conditions, up to that time needs to be paid. If not paid, there is no sale. With that condition, sahih olur. This is valid transaction, and it is called khiyar naqd. Option of paying, option of cashing. Okay, English. Third chapter, it is about option of non-payment. Option of payment, not non-payment. It is not negative. This is chapter 313. If the buyer and seller agree that the price shall be paid at such a time, and that if it is not paid, there is not to be any sale between them, this is a valid agreement. This is called money option, khiyar naqd. Okay. Three, 1, 4. Müddeti muayyenede müşteri semeni tediye edemez ise hıyar-ı nakd ile akd olunan bey fasid olur. Okay. Müddeti muayyene, fixed time. Müşteri semeni tediye edemez ise, if müşteri could not pay the price, the money, hıyar-ı nakd ile akd olunan bey fasid olur. Hıyar-ı nakd, transaction becomes fasid, void. Once more, müddeti muayyenede, fixed time, müşteri semeni tediye edemez ise, if the buyer could not pay the semen, the price, that transaction which it had khiyar naqd, that sale becomes fasid, void, by itself. Okay? English. Muddeti muayyenet, yes, English. 314. If the seller cannot pay the price at the fixed time, a sale which is contracted with money option is annulled. Not not annulled, to me, facit, void, becomes by itself. Facit. Facit. I think I don't love annulled. Who is annulling? Annulment is facit. By itself, it becomes void. By itself. So, let me have, I think, last article for today. 315. 315. Hıyar-ı nakd ile muhayyer olan müşteri müddeti muayyene içinde vefat ederse bey' batıl olur. Oh, interesting. Hıyar-ı nakd ile muhayyer olan müşteri, customer, purchaser, who has hıyar-ı nakd in transaction for certain time, müddeti muayyene. If he dies that time, miras bey' batıl olur. Bey becomes void, non-existing. Fasid, batıl, big subject. Okay, once more. Hıyar-ı nakd ile muhayyer olan müşteri müddeti muayyene içinde vefat ederse, if he dies in that fixed time, the purchaser who had the option of hıyar-ı nakd, then aqd bey' becomes batil. Batil, invalid, not valid. Okay. English. 315. If the purchaser who has a money option dies within the time fixed, the sale is void. I think we will conclude here.